Hey guys, my name is Eden. I'm one of the owners of Wellecy.com. Welcome to episode 3 of CBD Knowledge. On this episode, we're going to be discussing how to choose the best CBD product for your needs, because we all have different conditions and ailments that we're trying to treat. So there's going to be different products that are going to be more effective for you depending on what you're trying to treat. So let's jump into today's episode. CBD can be consumed in a variety of ways. Many variations have been applied to cater to different needs and overall demographics. There are people who need fast-acting CBD products, while others may want to go for a more gradually progressing product. It's also important to note that everyone metabolizes CBD differently. Proper use is a customized blend of age, weight, symptoms, conditions, and overall CBD tolerance. So no matter which CBD product you end up using, especially if this is your first time using CBD, I highly recommend that you start with the lowest possible dose and then gradually increasing to the next level. So if this is your first time using CBD, you would start with, so for a CBD tincture, you would choose something like a 250 milligram option. So you would start with 1 milliliter, which is one standard serving size. And then you would get about 8 milligrams of CBD, and then you would stick with that dose for 5 to 7 days. And then if you don't feel the relief you're looking for, then you would gradually increase your dose to the next level. But one thing that I wanted to note, so more severe conditions may require more than the standard amount of CBD. So as you can see, it's very important to take your personal health concerns into account when choosing a CBD product. So today we're going to walk you through the varying types of CBD products and other things to consider to help you make the decision on a CBD product that will be best for your personal and lifestyle needs. Alright, so before we jump into, the full content of today's episode, I quickly wanted to cover the varying types of CBD products that are out there. So there's CBD tinctures, there's CBD topicals, edibles, cartridges, transdermal patches, there's CBD suppositories. There's a long list of different product categories, and today I'm actually going to go through each of those product categories, discuss the rate of absorption, how long the effects last, and more importantly, the overall bioavailability of those products, which is the amount of CBD your body actually gets to use after all internal processes have been done after the CBD has been consumed. So now that you are aware of the different types of CBD products that are out there, let's move into discussing CBD dosages. We're going to be discussing how to understand the CBD dosages. This is specifically going to be in reference to CBD vape juice and even CBD tinctures, because I get this question a lot. So when you see a CBD tincture or say a CBD vape juice product at a store or on Wellecy.com, and you see on the front of the label it says 250 milligrams in that 30 ml bottle. So that doesn't mean in each dose you're receiving 250 milligrams of CBD. Instead, what that means is there is a total of 250 milligrams of CBD in that bottle. So if you have a 30 ml bottle, a 30 ml vape juice product with 250 milligrams of CBD in it, to figure out how much CBD you would get in a 1 milliliter serving, which is the standard dosing for tinctures and even vape juice, what you would do is you would do 250 milligrams, or the total amount of CBD, divided by 30 mils, the size of the bottle. So if you did 250 milligrams divided by 30 milliliters of juice, you would be receiving 8.66 milligrams of CBD per 1 milliliter dropper. So if you put that in for vaping, if you were doing for vape juice and you fill a tank, the standard vape tank size is about 3 milliliters. So if you fill an entire tank with 250 milligrams CBD, you would get about 25 milligrams of CBD approximately in that entire vape tank. Of course, it really just varies on if you use a full tank of juice, or you could use a half tank by using a CBD additive. before we end this segment, I wanted to give you another example of calculating the CBD dosage. So let's say you have a 60 ml bottle with 1,000 milligrams of CBD in it. So how you would figure out the amount of CBD in a 1 milliliter serving size, what you would do is you do 1,000 milligrams, the total amount of CBD in the bottle, divided by 60, or the size of the bottle. So this would equate to approximately 16.66 milligrams of CBD per 1 milliliter. If you guys have any questions about this, I really urge that you re-watch this part of the video, because when you're using CBD tinctures or vape juice, this equation is going to come in handy very, very much. All right, so now that you are aware of how to calculate the CBD dosages, let's briefly discuss the recommended CBD dosages. So everyone is different, as I've said previously. But there are some recommended dosages that are based on clinical studies. So, for example, for general health, the recommended would be 1 to 2.5 milligrams of CBD a day. For chronic pain, it could be 2.5 to 20 milligrams of CBD per day. So epilepsy is a little higher on the spectrum. It requires 200 to 300 milligrams of CBD per day, whereas sleep disorders, those can require 40 to 160 milligrams per day. Whereas another example would be anxiety, is about 15 to 25 milligrams per day. And these are just based on past clinical studies. Of course, everybody is gonna be different in their dosage. So I urge you to, maybe stick with these dosages and then experiment. It's always find the dosage that works best for you. All right, guys, so I hope you are very familiar with how to calculate the CBD dosage, as well as some of the recommended CBD dosages based on clinical trials. So now let's discuss how to choose the right CBD product for you and your personal needs. The first part of this is going to be bioavailability, and this is going to ensure that you're getting the maximum amount of CBD in your body. So bioavailability varies from one absorption option to the other. And when buying CBD, most of us want to find a delivery method that ensures the maximum amount of CBD reaches our bloodstream. The only way to truly enjoy 100% absorption of CBD would be to inject the CBD intravenously, so it goes right into your bloodstream. But let's be honest, this isn't really an option. I don't see many of you injecting CBD, and it probably wouldn't want to be an option that I would want to pursue. So the second most effective method of getting maximum bioavailability is through inhalation, such as smoking or vaping, which offers about 35% bioavailability, and that is a very, very high percentage. Next on the list in terms of overall bioavailability is probably going to be an option that many of you aren't going to want to pursue. It's going to be known as CBD suppositories, which is this is actually due to our rectal membranes being highly absorbent and effective at the transportation and distribution of cannabinoids around your body. So, if you're not familiar, suppositories are highly used in the medical community, and they can be inserted via the rectum or vaginally as well, and we'll discuss that CBD delivery option later on in this episode. Next on the list is going to be sublingual delivery. This is, in terms of overall bioavailability, this method is where you place the CBD directly under your tongue, and you allow it to sit there and absorb through what's called your sublingual glands underneath your tongue. So by doing it this way, it gets to skip the entire first pass metabolism, and it goes right into your bloodstream. So that's why it has such a high bioavailability associated with it. And it's honestly my favorite method of consumption. So a few examples of sublingual products, as I said, will be tinctures, lozenges, oral sprays, and even gum are sublingual products. All right, so last but not least in terms of overall bioavailability is going to be oral consumption of CBD. Now, don't get this confused with sublingual delivery. Oral consumption means anything that you put in your mouth and you have to eat it. So just think of this as specifically CBD edibles and CBD capsules. This bioavailability through this method of consumption is actually 6%. And this is because things such as Stomach acid, once you consume the CBD product, if you have a full stomach, that stomach acid can deteriorate some of the CBD. But we'll get into that more later on in the episode as well. Now that we've discussed bioavailability of the different product categories and what bioavailability actually means, let's now discuss the overall speed of action. So it's great to receive the maximum amount of CBD into your body, but it's also important to consider how fast acting your chosen method is and how long the effects will last. You need to find a method of delivery whose speed of action that provides relief when needed. First, we're going to discuss vaping. Vaping, as well as offering good absorption, is the quickest way of feeling the effects of CBD. This is because the inhaled CBD is absorbed directly into your bloodstream through the lungs. So the reason that the effects of vaping CBD go into effect so quickly is because once you inhale the CBD, it is absorbed directly into your bloodstream through your lungs and then soon into fat cells and even your brain. So the effects of CBD will go into effect within only a few minutes. As vaping CBD oil becomes more popular, anecdotal reports have suggested its rapid effect makes the method particularly beneficial for treating conditions like anxiety, panic attacks, where you want quick and effective relief. So you may be wondering, how long do the effects of vaping CBD last? Because I did say it goes into effect the quickest. So typically when vaping CBD, the effects begin to wear off in about 2 to 3 hours. I usually see it in about 2 hours for my personal use. So that would just require, if you're going to just go the vaping route, that would require you to carry a little vape device around so you can always redose yourself out whenever need be. So I know vaping can be a little confusing, so I wanted to briefly show you the different ways that you can actually vape CBD. So there's two different options. You can use a CBD vape juice in a bottle such as the Wellesley grape CBD oil, or you could use a CBD cartridge such as the Fresh Leaf OG Kush CBD cartridge. So if you already don't have a vape setup or you don't want to mess with filling your own tank or any of that nonsense, then I would highly recommend that you go the CBD cartridge route, because all you need is a little battery device, and then you simply take this CBD cartridge, which is a 510 threaded connector, so it's compatible with any standard vape device, and then all you do is you'll just inhale and then vape, and then the effects will go in rather quickly. On the other hand, for those of you who are drippers, or if you use sub-ohm vaping tanks, you could use, so like the Wellesley grape CBD oil, for example, you could drip this on a dripper like so, and then you just vape it as you would any other vape juice. There's no special settings, there's no special wattage or anything that you need to vape at. I mean, I normally recommend about 40 to 80 watts, but that's strictly up to you. And then all you do is you just vape like normal. Wow, that grape is really good. I will say though, using a RDA such as this, or even a sub-ohm vape tank device, those are going to produce larger clouds and probably a little bit more flavor than what you would get with a CBD cartridge. Because if you guys notice, when I hit the CBD cartridge, not too much vapor came out, but that doesn't mean that it's not effective. It is effective. It's just really to cater to two different subsets of the market. Some of you want a big device where you're chucking clouds. Others don't want to be drawing that much attention, but they want to experience the quick effects of CBD, so a CBD cartridge would be best for you. So now I hope you guys are just professional vapors in regards to CBD after that last section. The next product category I wanted to talk about is sublingual delivery, also known as for CBD tinctures and oral spray. So I wanted to point this out. There's a slight difference between taking CBD orally and sublingually. I briefly mentioned this earlier in this episode. Sublingually simply means placing the CBD oil directly under your tongue, right above on your sublingual glands. And I will demonstrate how to use a CBD tincture here in a second. So thanks to the presence of your sublingual glands under your tongue, whether using a CBD tincture or oral spray, the CBD will actually be absorbed directly into your bloodstream to provide very quick effects. In fact, a sublingually digested product typically goes into effect in about 10 to 15 minutes. And the best part is, you may be wondering, how long do these effects last for sublingual delivery of CBD? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the effects are quick. It goes into effect in 15 to 20 minutes. And the effects last for 4 to 6 hours. That is amazing, guys, especially for those of you that can't be walking around with a vape device all day, hitting this all day. A CBD tincture or a CBD oral spray will be great, because you could dose yourself out first thing in the morning, and then you could dose yourself out at lunchtime or even before bedtime. The choice is really yours, but CBD tinctures are very versatile, and CBD oral sprays. And the best part is, they're very easy to gradually increase your dosage. So let's now discuss how to actually use CBD tinctures or CBD oral sprays. So today I'm actually going to be showing you how to use the Wellisi CBD oil. This one is going to be blueberry, and this is a brand new flavor we just released. So always shake it up. This is the same for vape juice. If you guys have a tincture or vape juice or oral spray, any liquid CBD product, please shake it up before using it. And then, so all you do is you just do this, fill it up. The standard size of or dosing size for a tincture is 1 milliliter, which is 1 full dropper. And what you do is you just fill it up, and then you lift your tongue up like this. And then you'll want to let it sit there for about 30 seconds. All right. And then you guys will just swallow it. As you can see, I kind of swish it around, just because CBD does have benefits for your dental hygiene, so that's why I swish it around right before swallowing it. The same goes with CBD oral sprays. CBD oral sprays, so instead of coming with a dropper like this, they'll come with a top that has a spray. So it's going to be like a standard spray bottle. And then you'll do the exact same thing as I did with the CBD tincture. You'll lift up your mouth, you'll open your mouth, lift up your tongue, and then you'll actually spray that CBD directly onto those sublingual glands. Let it sit there for about 30 seconds and then swallow. And then you can be on your way to feeling relief. All right, guys, so now that you're up to speed on the speed of delivery and the overall length of effects for CBD tinctures and oral sprays, let's now discuss oral delivery. And when I say oral delivery, I am specifically referring to CBD edibles and CBD capsules. So taking CBD orally means swallowing it, which is typically in the form of a CBD capsule or a CBD edible, such as a gummy. So consuming CBD orally may be the slowest way to feel the effects from CBD. It can take between 30 minutes to 2 hours for the CBD edibles to travel to your small intestine, where 95% of your overall digestion occurs. Consuming CBD on an empty stomach, a quick metabolism, and a healthy digestive system all can help for you to feel the effects of CBD edibles in as little as 30 minutes. Whereas, CBD capsules take around 1 hour to fully kick in. And this is because the capsule has to be first digested before the CBD can be released and absorbed into your bloodstream. So when you orally consume CBD, you need to know that the hydrochloric acid in your stomach can actually destroy the CBD molecule before they have time to be absorbed, since cannabinoids do not tolerate acidic environments at all. So to combat this, I would highly suggest when you're eating a CBD edible or even a CBD capsule that you do so on an empty stomach. You can absolutely eat it on if you've had something in your stomach before, but you may notice that the speed of action and even the overall bioavailability are reduced compared to if you ate it on a empty stomach. All right, so you may be wondering, how long do the effects of CBD edibles and capsules last? So like I said, you can get a CBD edible to absorb in about 30 minutes with the proper environment. But CBD edibles and capsules typically take about 1 to 2 hours to go into effect. However, the length of time for them to go into effect is combated with the length of their effects, because those stay in effect in your body for 4 to 6 hours, guys. So that means you could most likely take 1, maybe 2 capsules first thing in the day, and you could be feeling amazing all day because you'd have that CBD. And the best part about CBD capsules is they are very sneaky, so you're not drawing attention like you are if you were to be vaping CBD. You would just pop that capsule in your mouth, swallow it, and you're good to go. And most people are honestly going to think that it's just your daily multivitamin, which I guess CBD now is. Alright, so I really wanted to cover how to actually consume a CBD edible or a CBD capsule. I know it may seem like a no-brainer, but I really just wanted to cover this briefly. So for a CBD capsule, they come, a lot of the times you're going to see that they come in either a powdered capsule or a gelatin capsule, such as the one that I have here. It looks honestly like a fish oil pill. So all you will do is you will just pop this in your mouth, grab a glass of water, and swallow it. It's as easy as that, guys. Whereas CBD edibles, this may be your preferred option, especially if you're looking for an extremely satisfying and tasty little treat. For example, today I'm going to be using the Koi CBD Sour Tropical Gummies. These things are amazing. So what you do is you take out the gummy like normal, and then you'll just pop it in your mouth. You can suck on it if you want, absolutely. But a lot of times I'll just pop it in my mouth, eat it like so. Man, that's good. Chew it. And then swallow. That's the best part. So the reason why some of you, why I wouldn't recommend using a CBD edible, especially if you're not aware of the proper dose for yourself, you should not start with a CBD edible or a CBD capsule, because as you can see, it comes in what it is. So that means you can't, if it comes with 25 milligrams of CBD, you can't break a capsule in half and do it that way. It's harder to gradually increase your dose using CBD edibles or capsules. So if you're new to CBD and you're just trying to find your dose, please start with the CBD tinctures. So now that we've discussed, CBD edibles and CBD capsules and their overall speed of delivery, now I want to discuss CBD topicals. CBD topicals include a wide range of CBD-infused products such as lotions, balms, salves, and creams. CBD topicals are specifically for providing localized relief, such as on stiff joints or if you have arthritis in your hands. So what I mean by localized relief, guys, is if you apply the CBD lotion or whatever topical you're using onto your shoulder, then it's only going to provide relief on your shoulder. It's not gonna, so if you had a headache and you put the lotion on your shoulder, it's only gonna provide relief on your shoulder, and it's not gonna provide relief in your head. So if you're looking for a whole body product, then you would want to use something such as a CBD capsule, CBD vape juice, edibles. Honestly, any of the other product categories that I just discussed, you can use for whole body relief. CBD lotion, salves, and creams, those are specifically for localized relief. So topicals do take a little longer to go into effect, but it's usually about 1 hour until the effects kick in. So on average, topicals take about 1 hour to fully kick in and for you to start feeling the effects. Now you may be wondering, how long do those effects from a CBD topical actually last? Well, great question. So although you may have to wait for the relief to begin for about an hour, you can actually feel the effects of a CBD topical for up to 6 hours, guys. So that's amazing. So, first thing in the morning, if you have arthritis in your knee or your hand right when you wake up, roll out of bed, keep some CBD lotion or salves right next to your bed, roll over and just apply it, and then you'll start feeling relief in about an hour or once you've really started to get your day going. So It may sound like common sense, but I wanted to show you guys how to actually use a CBD topical. Now today I'm actually going to be using the Freshly Fresh Lotion. And it's infused with lavender. It's even got avocado oil. And you know, CBD topicals, guys, are really good for people with skin conditions like acne, psoriasis, eczema. CBD is very, very effective for treating those because in your skin, it has endocannabinoid receptors all over it. So you're only going to do your skin benefit by using a lotion or a salve. And honestly, guys, I combine the two. I call it the two-pronged approach. So I'll use a CBD lotion and then I'll also use a CBD topical. So I'm getting relief inside my body and outside of my body. So here's how to use the fresh lotion from Fresh Leaf. So you would just simply put it on your hand like any lotion, like so. Maybe give it a little smell. It smells nice. And then you guys will just rub it in. So if you have shoulder pain, then you would just rub it directly on your shoulder. And then if you have arthritis in your hands, then you would just rub it like so. And then you would do it like, make sure it's completely rubbed in, and then boom. And what's cool about this Fresh Leaf is, one, it smells amazing, and I can already feel it starting to it's like a tingling sensation on my hand. So, you know, but the effects will really start to kick in about an hour from now, so I'm really looking forward to that. So before I wrap up the section about CBD topicals, I wanted to briefly explain the differences between CBD topicals and transdermal CBD products. I know when you're doing research, a lot of those two terms are used interchangeably, which is horrible because they are completely different product categories. So, like I just said, the CBD lotions or the salves or the CBD topical category is only for localized relief, guys. So, transdermal CBD products such as the CBD patch from our good friends over at Mary's Nutritionals, you can apply that to, say, your shoulder, and then it actually is developed with special technology. So, the CBD is injected and delivered through your bloodstream, so it'll actually provide whole body relief. So if you put the CBD patch onto your shoulder, then it'll provide relief from your shoulder and also any other pain in your body. Just make sure if you're looking for a transdermal CBD product such as a CBD patch and you want to use it for your shoulder and then experience full body relief, just make sure that the packaging says it's a transdermal CBD product and it's not a CBD topical. All right, now let's discuss one of the last product categories. We have one more after this. We're actually going to be discussing CBD suppositories. Now, CBD suppositories are probably something that a lot of you may completely avoid, but don't cut me off here yet because there are some very important benefits of suppositories. So CBD suppositories can be inserted via the rectum or vaginally. So they can be used in two different ways depending on obviously male or female or whichever option you would prefer. And CBD suppositories can take about 10 to 20 minutes for the effects to go in. CBD suppositories are very, very effective for those of you who could not ingest CBD for medical reasons. So if maybe if you get an upset stomach or something that you cannot consume CBD or you cannot digest CBD that way, then a CBD suppository will definitely be the way to go. And what's really cool, so although yes, the CBD suppositories may make you think no, I would never do this. Well, they're really, really great because one, they go into effect very, very fast, and those effects can last for up to 8 hours, guys. That's basically all day relief. So you can basically roll out of bed in the morning or at night, whichever you prefer, and you could use the suppository, and then you could begin to start feeling relief in about 10 to 20 minutes. So last but not least, this is probably one of the most versatile products, is if you buy pure CBD isolate. So it honestly it just looks like a white crystal powder, and you can infuse basically anything with the CBD isolate. What's cool is it's already decarbed, which means the CBD is already activated So you could honestly take the CBD isolate, you could dip your finger into it, and you could put it in your mouth and you'll begin to feel relief. Some other uses for CBD isolate is you can make your own vape juice at home, you can make your own tinctures at home, you can make your own CBD edibles at home. Honestly, you could drop the CBD isolate powder directly in your water and mix it up, and then you could drink it that way, and then you'd begin to feel relief rather quickly. So I did want to include this in the speed of action, just because, I mean, obviously the speed of action of CBD isolate is going to be dependent on the method of consumption you're using the CBD isolate for, but it's definitely something that you would want to keep in mind when shopping for CBD, especially, you know, if you're hesitant maybe buying pre-made CBD products. Make your own CBD products at home using the Wellesi 99% pure CBD isolate. Alright guys, so today we've discussed the CBD dosages, how to calculate the CBD dosage, recommended CBD dosages for varying conditions based on clinical studies, and then we've covered the bioavailability of the varying product methods of CBD. So now what I want to go over is the overall convenience of the CBD product. So we live in a time where ease of use and overall convenience are an absolute must, and CBD products are not excluded from this. So it's vital that you find a CBD delivery and product that complements your overall lifestyle. So if you want something that is super quick and easy to use, discreet, and can be taken anywhere, then maybe opt for CBD lozenges, gum, or other CBD edibles. Additionally, a lot of reputable companies such as Wellesi provide standardized CBD dosage in tinctures and even capsule form. So tinctures and capsules are extremely easy to be carried on your person, so you can quickly top yourself off with more CBD during the day when needed, because honestly, you never know when you're going to need another dose of CBD. The convenience is something that it's not going to be the most important thing when shopping for a CBD product, but it's definitely something you want to consider. You know, if you work in an office or a corporate place where you can't obviously be vaping CBD in the office, or if you just don't want to be judged by your coworkers, then you're obviously going to want to choose a very discreet delivery, which would be, you know, a CBD edible or a CBD capsule. Honestly, even CBD tinctures can be discreet, because, I mean, you could go to the bathroom, quickly drop that in your mouth, or you could even run to your car and drop it in your mouth, or at your desk, which is honestly what I do, is just drop it under my tongue at my desk. Alright, so just keep those tips in mind when shopping for a CBD product in regards to overall convenience. Like I said, that shouldn't be your number one priority, but it's definitely something that you would like to consider. Another thing that you need to consider when shopping for a CBD product is your personal taste. So you may want a product with a high bioavailability and quick speed of action. At the end of the day, it's all about your personal preference, and you may simply not like the taste of hemp. However, if a product is extremely effective for you, but the taste may not be the best, that should still not deter you from using that product. After all, flavor is only temporary, but in the end, it's your body, your health, and your decision. But my recommendation is, even if a product doesn't taste the best, if the effects are there, I can get past the taste. You know, the taste is going to subside in a few minutes, you know? Or you could chase it with some coffee or some water or some other liquid to eliminate that taste quickly. But at the end of the day, I'm looking for overall effectiveness, bioavailability, and the speed of action. However, you know, if the taste of hemp is simply unpalatable for you and you just cannot do it, CBD capsules or even CBD edibles would be ideal for you, as they make the experience just like taking any other nutritional supplement or eating a gummy. But just remember, guys, by taking CBD orally, you forfeit much of the absorption as a result, aka the bioavailability is reduced when consuming CBD orally in the form of edibles and capsules. So if flavor is your top concern and you want your CBD delivery to be a sweet treat, then I highly recommend you go the vaping route. Or we even have flavored CBD oils, such as the Wellesi grape CBD oil, or even the Wellesi blueberry CBD oil, which can actually be used as a tincture, or they can be vaped. So it's a very versatile product. Or, you know, if flavor is still your number one concern, CBD edibles, like I said, guys, such as these delicious Koi CBD tropical gummies. These are amazing, guys. They don't taste like anything. It honestly just tastes like a sweet gummy treat. Honestly, just like any other gummy you've probably tried in the past. Maybe even a little better because it has the infusion of CBD. So, if you don't mind the taste of hemp and simply want a delivery option that has a high bioavailability and also has a quick speed of action, then I highly recommend you go with the CBD tincture, which is my personal favorite. But like I said, guys, there's a lot of products out there, such as the Wellesi line of CBD oil that can be used sublingually and as a vape juice. So that means if you want the oral or the sublingual delivery, but you don't like the natural hemp taste of a tincture, then look for something like the Wellesi Blueberry CBD oil. Or if you're looking for a full spectrum option and you maybe don't mind the taste of hemp, we have a Wellesi CBD hemp and MCT oil tincture. This is available in natural flavor, or it's also available in chocolate mint. So that also helps coat the taste of hemp. So it really just depends on your personal preference. But if flavor is your number one concern, or you can't stand the taste of, naturally flavored hemp tinctures, then go with maybe a flavored CBD oil or vape juice, or stick with CBD capsules and edibles, because those are just quick, easy, and effective ways to consume your CBD that won't really make you hate the overall process of consumption. So, to finally wrap up this show, I wanted to end it on what is the best choice of administration for you. So in terms of bioavailability, the sublingual and inhalation routes are the most efficient in delivering CBD into your bloodstream. This can be best for symptoms that require fast absorption and high levels of CBD in your bloodstream. But there is not a one-size-fits-all solution where one form is better than the other. So oral administration may be effective in terms of comfort and ease, and to treat those symptoms which only require a small concentration of CBD in your system for an extended period of time. Whereas the rectal route of administration can provide local anti-inflammatory effects, which would be pivotal in treating various chronic diseases, in addition to an increased bioavailability and to provide a higher concentration of CBD to the target area in the body. So, at the end of the day, it's important that you keep all of this information from this episode in mind when making your first CBD purchase. So you can choose the CBD product that is best for you and your personal lifestyle needs. And guys, if you have any questions, you can always shoot us an email at hello@wellesi.com, or you can reach out to us on any of our social media platforms. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me for episode 3 of CBD Knowledge. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on episode 4. Later, guys.